All you need to know is that we're constantly talking on this show about hypocrisy, okay? And there was these legislators, these government officials who are getting ready for a press conference, and they get caught on a tape talking to each other. And the one lady says, "Hey, I'm going to put a mask on, okay?" And the guy says, "Yeah, put it on." And then she says, "Yeah, well, just when we're on camera, you know, a little political theater." So you got Democratic folks like these folks, like Nancy Pelosi, who wants you to wear masks everywhere, but she goes to a closed salon and walks around freely with no mask. You got Governor Cuomo here in New York hugging people. He's got no mask on. You got Barbara Feinstein, the senator, not so Feinstein, from California, who says she wants people wearing masks all over, everywhere they can be in an airport. And then there she is walking through a private jet airport with no mask on. So the hypocrisy just goes to the highest levels, okay? And everyone on the left is out there saying that Donald Trump is poo-pooing on the grave of Ruth Bader Ginsburg by trying to replace her as he's running for president, and how could he be so awful to the dead, and all her advances are being erased in 2 weeks, and it's all crap, okay? But in the same time, let's take a look at the left's hypocrisy when it comes to wishing death to the president of the United States and the leader of the free world.
Absolutely disgusts me, but what else is new? President Trump and the First Lady were diagnosed with COVID a couple days ago. Thankfully, they're doing a lot better. But the vile comments that I saw erupt on Twitter were so disgusting. You guys realize you're not going to convince others to vote Democrat when you preach peace and love 1 minute and then wish someone dead the next, right? Just so ironic to me, the people telling others to mask up and social distance in order to protect people are the same ones wishing someone dead from this virus. Practice what you preach. Because you guys complain about hate speech all the damn time and then rejoice in someone's sickness. I mean, Kim Jong-un even sent a personal message to the president and first lady wishing them well. So just the fact that a dictator has more human decency than the left tells you everything that you need to know about them. And then they spend all week jumping down Trump's throat for him to condemn hate and then turn around and spew the most vile hatred wishing him and his wife dead. I mean, you people are something else. Don't you ever comment on my videos telling me how tolerant you are. You wouldn't know tolerance if it slapped you in the face. Grow up.
Yeah, grow up, okay? And, you know, at the same time, Michelle Obama, for years now, has been talking about Republicans quite honestly. If you remember going way back, we were deplorables. Looks like Candace Owen hit it right out of the park with this tweet when she said Michelle Obama had her basket of deplorables moment today. This will motivate people to vote for Donald Trump like never before. Incredible to me, not a single person at the DNC can recognize they are making all the same mistakes they made in 2016. And I showed you a little earlier a headline from Time Magazine going back to 2016 when they were telling us how there is unquestionably no way Donald Trump can win the presidency, and Hillary Clinton is leading in the polls. 1 year ago today, Hillary was leading in the polls by 14 points, according to all the whacked out liberal media polling companies that oversource Democrats, but we'll get into that later. But if you wanted to figure out exactly where Michelle Obama stands on Donald Trump, look no further than these key moments from a speech that she made yesterday on how Donald Trump is racist.
They're stoking fears about Black and brown Americans, lying about how minorities will destroy the suburbs, whipping up violence and intimidation. And they're pinning it all on what's been an overwhelmingly peaceful movement for racial solidarity. It's true. Research backs it up. Only a tiny fraction of demonstrations have had any violence at all. So what the president is doing is once again patently false. It's morally wrong. And yes, it is racist. But that doesn't mean it won't work. Because this is a difficult time, a confusing time. And when people hear these lies and crazy conspiracies repeated over and over and over again, they don't know what to think. With everything going on in their lives, they don't have time to fact check falsehoods being spread throughout the internet. And even reasonable people might get scared. And the one thing this president is really, really good at is using fear and confusion and spreading lies to win.
Excellent piece there. Our team finds the best stuff, but, just to put it a little bit in perspective, as she's sitting there explaining how these largely peaceful protests are a great expression for the young people to show their love for the country and then express their dismay with the inequalities. And behind her, some really good filmmaker or some really brilliant kid put all videos of, cop cars on fire, buildings being looted, people getting smashed over the head with baseball bats. And Michelle Obama says, it's largely peaceful. Want to talk about hypocrisy? Let's talk about the top 40 cities, pretty much in America, are all run by blue Democrat progressive mayors. They're the rattiest cities in the country. They're the most crime-ridden cities in the country, and they have the most social programs because to Democratic leaders, black votes matter. And that's all that matters. Black votes matter. And every 4 years, they come around to the inner city and the projects and the public housing and the nursing homes, the public facilities, and they tell everybody how, hey, we're doing all this for you. We're fighting those tyrants over there. We're fighting that racist Trump. And the problem for them this year is, in the minority communities, they're sitting there saying, wait a minute. Tell me when you were fighting for me again, because I've been living like crap and things aren't getting better at the pace I would like. But since Trump's in, minority unemployment, the lowest in history, minority small business openings, the highest in history, minority home ownership, the highest in history, minority wages, the highest in history, minority unemployment, the lowest in history. So minorities, by large, are in this country saying, wait a minute, you Democrats haven't done a damn thing for me. Last time Donald Trump said, what do you got to lose? We went with him. Now we know we got a lot to lose if we come back to you losers, the Democrats. So Trump's laying wood all over the place. They just don't want us to know. But we know. We're going to get some pillows coming at you right after this. But we do have a great guest. Cabot Phillips joins us in just a minute.